Tú sabes que yo hago falta. Sintieron un vacío sin mí, ¿eh? Solamente hay uno. Puerto Rico, New York City.
Came off the bench with a pinch hit single. Billy Hamilton for a second night ran for him, and for a second night stole a base. And for a second night scored on a base hit, this one by Zach Cozart. And after Logan Ondrusek works off the hook with a runner at second base in the top of the 15th inning, we get a look at another hard-throwing young right-hander, Carlos Martinez. And a little dribbler that is foul off the bat of Shin-Soo Choo. It is now a final in Milwaukee where the Pirates, who started an hour after this game, have lost to the Brewers 9-3. So both teams, based on those standings, you see, have gained a half game. If the Reds win, they go to 2.5 back. And the Cardinals would be 2 back. Hugging the line at third is Carpenter. And it's a strike to Choo to get ahead 0-2. The big bats in the Reds lineup have been very, very quiet tonight. And they're hoping that will change in this bottom of the 15th inning. Martinez starting to dance around on the mound like he just had strike 3.
Well, he certainly looked like that, and I think that he thought that caught the outside corner.
1-2 on Shin-Soo Choo, and that ball way outside to even a count. Choo has 1 hit. That came in the 12th inning on a broken bat single. He knocked in a run with a ground out in the second inning. He's also drawn a walk.
Be a pretty good pitch against dead red.
And a base hit into left field by Choo to begin the bottom of the inning. Well, a decision now again for the Reds manager as he has to decide your leading run producer on the season. And a guy who, like Mesoraco and who, like Frazier last night, is rarely, if ever, asked to put down a bunt. I think everybody would be stunned if Brandon Phillips is asked to bunt right here. Well, we'll find out. He does bunt, and the tag is made by Adams for the first out of the inning. And you don't know if he was asked to do that or whether he did it on his own.
We've seen a couple of times with Brandon Phillips who will lay down a bunt and find out later that it is on his own. Well, either way, it's out where you've gotten the go-ahead run and winning run into scoring position.
Message didn't come from the pitching coach. That came from the skipper, Mike Matheny. And that was a very short conversation. And he was the only one doing the talking.
Well, I can tell you one thing. With the base open and the winning run at the base, I don't care if Joey Votto's 0 for 6 or not. I'm Mike Matheny. I'm making it perfectly clear you do not let this guy beat us. Right after him at 99.
chance to win it here in the bottom of the 15th inning if they give him a pitch to hit. They did on the first pitch. And that fastball is out 99. Votto with 2 hits in a series, a solo home run in the opener, had a single in the game yesterday. And now the 1-1 delivery with a winning run at second base. Another outside. It's 3 in a row. One of them caught the outside corner. The other 2 have missed. They came right after him. 4 consecutive fastballs, 2 of them strikes, and a bounce out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Well, now no one would be surprised if they just put Bruce on, and that's what they're going to do. Joey Votto 0 for 7 in the game for the first time in his major league career. He had never been 0 for 6 in a game. Will be interesting to find out later on multiple topics whether Brandon Phillips was up there bunting on his own, because the 1 or 2 times it happened in the past, if I recall, Chris, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think Dusty Baker was all that happy about it.
You're right.
And if he did indeed bunt on his own, I'm sure Baker's not happy about it now. If Baker asked him to put down a sacrifice bunt, then obviously that's a decision made by the manager. So now it's up to Heisey trying to win it. And there's a first pitch fastball on the inside corner, a strike. Chu winning run at third base. Got to be alive over there as well. This Martinez throws hard. Anything in the dirt. Pitch down low. He has been in there the entire game. And now here comes the runner at the plate. And on a night where the Reds have had chances early, they've had situations to execute some small ball. Tell up here, did you think this was a suicide squeeze?
No,
attempt?
I didn't, because if it had been a suicide squeeze, first of all, you don't do it with 2 outs.
Well, that's what I thought, but all of a sudden you see the runner breaking.
So, the runner's only breaking because he sees Chris Heisey square around the bunt. Heisey bunts at a bad pitch. I've seen Heisey do this before, but maybe he just thought he couldn't hit Carlos Martinez. A curveball and a harder one, that's more of a slider type. I'll tell you what, you got a bunch of guys. Either they've got the radar gun turned up tonight, or you've got a bunch of guys throwing real hard. I mean, the 7th guy out of the Cardinal bullpen is throwing nearly 100 miles an hour. Oops.
That one blasted into right center field, and Adams done it again.
Holy moly.
Adams homered, leading off the 14th inning, and he homers with 1 out here in the 16th inning. of the 16th inning. Can the Reds come back again? They fell behind on a Matt Adams home run in the 14th inning. Tied the game. Adams homers in the top of this 16th. And now Heisey swinging the bat and fouls it out of play, down a strike. Carlos Martinez.
Well, here's how the 15th ended right here. The missed bunt attempt on a bad pitch by Chris Heisey. He's going to come back. He doesn't realize that Chu gets picked off third base. Chu, I think, was just trying to be heads up on that. That he was probably surprised that Heisey was going to lay one down. But if he did lay one down, he wanted to score on it. So I can't blame Chu at all for what happened there, of him essentially getting caught. I think is probably the way they're going to have to book that one.
Cesar Torres stands in the on-deck circle. Cozart due up third. One out in the Reds' 16th inning. Rather than his Torres, it's going to be Henry Rodriguez. Good looking hitter in the Reds organization, switch hitter. Problem for him has been trying to find a position for him to play to get his bat in the lineup and give him a chance to play in the big leagues. They think that he can hit big league pitching. Well, where do you play him on defense? Swinging a foul ball out of play. He's played second, he's played third, back to second base again. This one popped up into left field and Holiday waits on it. 2 outs here in the 16th inning. Broken bat pop up, and this is all she wrote.
Puebloy, mira, yo no trabajo de gratis. Suéltalo a ver cómo suena la vaina.
En cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que
Piratas del Caribe,
en cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que estamos, no me hables de pana. En cuanto que estamos, en cuanto que estamos, tú le llegas.
En cuarto que estamos, tú le llegas, mi hermana, o en desafío, en un motor, olvidando todo lo de que